Okay, ready? Hey guys, it's Blu Wyatt here with Live Decorated. I have a very special guest with me today, my really good friend Susan.
Hi!
From Austin Angels. Yeah, I'm really excited you're here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Excited to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about, they actually focus on 3 areas, but we're going to focus on one thing that they do really well and one way that they're affecting the community, and that is helping children in the foster care system. So tell me, what about the foster care system made you want to do this?
So that's a good question. Austin Angels, kind of the heartbeat of what we do is that we like to focus on our foster care kids by a campaign that we created called the Love Box campaign. And what that is, we have a saying within our group that it starts with a box of cereal and it ends with a kid going to college. And
I love that.
And so what that is we've created a love box. And what the love box is, it's the ability to get the community or the people that you do life with involved by coming together and putting contents in the box that would be useful and meaningful to the kids that we're serving. So for example, last month was August, and so for all the love boxes, we put in there backpacks and school supplies and
perfect.
things that would help them not only academically but also psychologically, because these kids rarely have things that are new, and so we're really equipping these kids with not only things that are going to help them in life, but really it's the emotional state of having someone show up month after month after month. So our program is a year-long program, and we tie our volunteers with foster families who would then give monthly support month after month after month.
All right, well, I love that. And one of the biggest things that you put in the box is love. And how do you do that? Yeah,
so the only criteria that we have for our volunteers is that they have to write a handwritten note of encouragement. And that's for the kids for so many reasons. I know for me personally, I was so taken aback by the fact that these kids were so intentional by reading the letters. And what we've seen come out of these love boxes is so much more than what we could have ever imagined. I mean, they're improving emotionally, they're improving socially, they're getting better grades academically in school, and all because we are speaking into their life. And it's a small commitment. You know, a lot of people say, like, gosh, a year, that's a scary commitment. But the truth is that you're getting with the people that you already do life with. You're putting items into a box, and then you're delivering it. And the deliverance is no more than 15-20 minutes at a time.
Once a month.
Once a month, right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, while you're there, the real impact. And what it says to these kids that we're serving is that you are not forgotten. And so while we might not be called to foster and we might not be called to adopt these children, we could still certainly play a huge role in their life by having this kind of mentorship relationship.
Yeah, and words are so powerful. So speaking into their lives, even with our words, with this letter, it's so huge. And just like you said, showing up month after month, being reliable. So that's really big. I love that y'all are doing that.
Yeah, it's huge.
One thing I want to tell the world about is one of the ways that you guys raise money. Of course, donations and support, and the love boxes, it's each community participating. But I love your jewelry line.
Oh, thanks.
You guys do so well. So tell us the artist and show us a couple of things.
Okay, so we, by the grace of God, got connected with the most amazing artisan here in Austin, and she hand stamps. Her name is Dawn Patterson, and she is with Funky Fish Designs.
Funky Fish.
And she has created a line that helps us sustain our nonprofit. You know, part of the nonprofit world, the hardest part is funding and to keep it sustaining. Because we're not selling anything, we're not making a profit, so it's really difficult for businesses to sustain themselves when they're in the nonprofit sector. So we have found a really clever way. I have this awesome, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it says Go Giver. It's a hand stamp bracelet, and then we have pieces like, I don't know if you can see this, it's a love box necklace. What's great is that all of our jewelry starts at like $19, and our most expensive piece is $49. So if you're watching this, you're like, I really want to connect with these folks and serve, but I can't do it on a monthly basis. Well, then you can buy a piece of jewelry, and that helps us. And one of the really cool things is that through Dawn and her connections, we are able to work with and employ 19 women in Uganda who make all of our paper beaded necklace and bracelets and earrings. And so that's really fun too,
That's
is
huge.
that we can help end local poverty and support women in Uganda who are also foster moms over there. There's one woman in particular that comes to mind. She supports 7 boys because of the sale of the jewelry. So it's really kind of full circle and really powerful.
Wow. I think what they do is really powerful, and we can all contribute in whatever level that we can. So I'm so glad that I had you here today.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, I want
Is there one?
to. Yes, I want to just go
Oh,
over the stick
I'm
figure real
sorry.
quick. No,
Of
that's okay.
course,
It's
stick
I
figure.
think the most powerful piece.
Please.
Okay, so this is the proverbial fork in the road for kids as they age out of care at 18. And so what I've done, forgive the stick figure, but what I've done is this is little Jimmy, right? And so when little Jimmy enters at the age of, let's call it 2 years old, the older that he gets, the less likely he is going to be adopted. And so this is where our Love Box campaign really is powerful, because what we know is that at 18 years old, you can see here we've got 3 boxes. The H represents the homeless. 30% of kids living on the street, or not even kids, but 30% of our homeless population is made up of kids who spent time in the foster care. And so we're trying to prevent that from happening through our Love Box campaign. The other thing, the P represents the prison system, because believe it or not, what's so incredible is that 80% of incarcerated folks have spent time in the foster care system. And so this is a huge social issue that people aren't really talking about, but 80% of our prison population is made up of these poor kids who went through the foster care. And then lastly, the S represents suicide, which is terrible, but a lot of these kids don't have anybody in their lives speaking into them, giving them any type of direction. And what we know is that less than 3% of these kids end up going to college. And so the Love Box campaign is there to kind of erase
erase it. That's what
Yeah.
this is for.
Yes, to erase and to get these kids on a track where they well up with pride, and then they have the ability to go and contribute back to society like what our kids would do. So it's about promoting love, sharing that in everything that we do, showing up in their lives month after month and saying to them that your life matters. And we're going to arm in arm come alongside you, and we're going to do this thing called life together. And we're going to help you when you're 16 getting your driver's license. And we're going to help you at 17 to set up a bank account. And at 18 years old, we're already going to have a map and a direction and a trajectory of where your life is going to go. And that is going to be success. And we've seen just story after story after story of these kids really elevating to the next level because somebody played a role in their life. And that's what we're here to do.
That is so big. I'm so happy. What y'all are doing is so
Yeah.
powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us and Live Decorated. We weren't very funny in our video. I'm really sorry about that. Dang, we were supposed to be funny.
Well, but you know what? We were sharing some good stuff, and sometimes this is real life.
This is real life. But I always like to laugh in anything, and so sometimes we bring it around, and we didn't because we did a really good job with this video. So whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Bye.